Here we go. We back with another one, right? Why not keep talking that high school football stuff, But we're gonna talk today in a few minutes. Super Bowl winner brings in a new DC. I had to make the title sound interesting. Nah, it is interesting. Ponagansett and EWG, you know, I can't even say they had a competitive game. I really wanted to, bro. Um, but everybody knows the story. But it looks like Ponagansett and EWG former head coach Fortin are gonna team up. But first, big shout out to Rally Point, one of our new sponsors. The only way to stand is together, man. Thank you very much. Definitely support Rally Point Ministries.org. And I'm always gonna say that we definitely need some more officials. I think I read over 50,000 officials are actually across the country are stepping away. This ain't on sportsmanship. A lot of it to do with some COVID, but the article also went on to talk about that some of these kids, they have a choice to play football or coach when there's also another choice to be an official. So definitely it'll keep you close to the game. And also big shout out to Mark Wright, a presidential award winner. We always support people that support youth sports. Give Mark a call at 401-787-5203. We're going to bring in Coach Fortin in 1 second. You know what? We'll bring him in now, but I wanted to bring you some of the basketball scores. I had him right here. LaSalle 18-0 beats Narragansett. I think it was 68-53. Classical and Mount Pleasant square up. Classical wins 73-51. Hendricken over Central 81-45. Now that was like the Dr. Dre beats right there. 81-45. My God. Smithfield beats Cumberland 53-46. So it's going to line up. I think LaSalle and Smithfield is going to be on the 25th, and Classical and Hendricken. What's up, Coach?
What's going on, Mike?
All right. I seen them scores on some of the basketball games were competitive. Not much that Hendricken Central game, though. Not much that at all. So what's good?
Not much. How you been?
All right. I haven't talked to you in a while. Nah. No cap. The last time I talked to you, just a couple weeks ago, you was on. Was it a week ago? Just about a week ago, Friday.
Yeah.
You pretty much laid down what happened with the WG situation. Some said you might never coach again, and I was like, I can't see why. And new job already?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure everybody knows. I know you know.
Share the stream, everybody.
Everybody knows I'm the new defensive coordinator over at Ponagansett High School, teaming up with Coach Cook.
Oh, you teamed up with Coach Cook, man. You guys played in the Super Bowl together. Hang on.
Get ready, it's coming. You hunting or you running? Get ready, get ready, get ready, ready. It's coming. It's coming.
Yo.
Is that a shot to D3?
No, absolutely not. That was more of you're not holding me back. Like, hey, I'm back quick. Here I am. A lot of people doubted what was going to happen behind the scenes, saying that we'll get rid of him and that's it. But what everybody doesn't know, and I'll kind of spill the beans now, is when all this went down, Coach Cook called me about an hour after you broke the news that I'm no longer the head coach. He at that point he offered me the defensive coordinator position.
Yeah,
He's
he
like,
was
"You're
on
on
the show
board."
that night. He was in the comment section saying, Fortin's eyes. I think he back channeled every head coach that could be interested and was like, yo, back off, man. Back off the goods.
That's what he did.
That might go
He
against CBA. This CBA contract is what central bargaining agreement, whatever the hell it is now. Shout out to Coach Cook, but he was on here saying we want Coach Broughton. Here we go. It's I know he reached out to people personally and was like, we hired him, and I called you and I was like, dude, did you accept it? He was like, this dude, man.
dude jumped the gun, like not jump the gun, but what I wanted to do was I wanted the dust to settle. I wanted the kids to do what they needed to do. They were upset. I wanted that. I wanted that part of it to relax. I know a lot of the parents were upset, so I wanted them to do whatever they felt that they needed to do. There was petitions. They wanted to go to the principal, superintendent. I just let it all, let them take care of what they needed to take care of. But at some point, I had to make a decision, and there was a lot of offers, but after looking at all the offers around us, sitting down with my wife, we had to make a decision of what was best for us, for me, going forward. And it was a tough choice, but I went down to Pontiac. I met with Coach Cook a couple of times. He was really aggressive to hire me on the staff. I
He was
really liked that.
aggressive.
He almost held me down and like sign here, but no. And we went down to the school. Everything around what they built over there was something that I'm looking forward to, and to see what he does as a head coach, how a program is ran. Is much different than what I had to do for EWG, and I'm looking forward to help build something that I believe we'll all be proud of.
And now, hey, he might have his own media guy.
Yeah,
Because
I
you know
got a
how
feel.
hard I gotta like bend nails to get that dude to come on here, man.
Yeah, he don't go on, but I have a feeling it might be me. So,
Yeah.
which is fine. You know me. I love talking about the program that I'm involved with, and that's what I'm going to do. Everybody knows what I do at EWG. A lot of passion, a lot of work. I'm just going to take that same passion and same work ethic and put into Pontiac.
Now, you have control of the full defense over there.
Yeah, I'm the defensive coordinator. I'm going to try to do different things, similar things to what they were already used to. I'm going to adapt to their style instead of them adapting to mine. It's a lot easier for me to make that transition, terminology, and everything else. But Cook and I met again today. I think this is the 13th time or 14th time we met. But
You said he was
and
aggressive, man.
yeah, so I mean, he was, and I appreciate that. I really do. Actually, we met. Me and my wife met up with him and his wife, and we had a great conversation. The ladies talked, and Coach Cook and myself, we talked about football, and that really wheeled me in, and I made my decision, and we're ready to rock and roll.
You definitely have your hands full coming up in Division 3.
Oh
For
yeah.
sure. I mean, there's a lot of good, possibly a lot of good teams that are going to be in D3, and I'm just looking for and I lost my train of thought earlier. Oh, big shout out to Willie Edwards. He had a bunch of coaches up there at Brown University today. Um, Willie Edwards, Stanley Dunbar, Coach D, Coach Addison, gave them a lot of props on Facebook. Said these were the best coaches in high school right now. But speaking of that, tomorrow we're really going to tell you who the best coaches in high school football are. We're going to have the top 11 on, so definitely tune in. Some honorable mentions, and 53 people we talked to around Rhode Island, and they gave us their the ones that weren't. Some people were like, oh my God, what if this gets out? Who I think is the best? But a lot of people were straight up, and so that's gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna have Uncle Felix on. I think it's gonna be pretty lit. I think some people are gonna like it. I mean, we kind of went with an honest system of a vote coach. I think some people are gonna feel like they should have been on the list, but I don't know. Who am I, right? So, but anyway, back to you guys. You, Jimmy Cook, Arthur Jordan, Michael Cook, right? Is Michael? Are they all on the staff now?
No, I didn't meet the whole entire
Oh,
staff
all
today.
right. Well, we'll wait till we speak with Jimmy Cook. But Arthur was on here last week, I think, when you was on in the comment section, welcoming you to the program. So I assumed they were on the staff. But yeah, big shout out to what Pownell's doing. Now you guys are going to Division 3, like I was saying, and Division 3 looks to be pretty pretty stacked. I mean, there's some good teams right now. I know last season Pownell was losing a lot of seniors.
Hmm.
This year they lost some key pieces. And that's no secret. I mean, maybe with some of these coaches. I mean, I don't know if they do their research, but maybe not.
No, we lost. We're losing 16 seniors, so we have a lot of work ahead of us. I'm excited about the challenge. Excited working with some of the young kids who've already played last year, and we're ready to get this thing going. But in D3, there's a lot of talented coaches, and I'm looking forward to playing them. I like what some of them guys have done. Joe Atrado over at Johnston's always competitive.
Respect.
Coach Blake over at Pilgrim. I mean, he's done some fabulous things there. Coach Blessing over at Narragansett, back-to-back Super Bowls. I really like what Coach Goodhart's done over at Coventry, and West Pennington at West Warwick. Some of the other guys, I don't know. I like what Pavis doing. He's ready to rebuild that program. So
But you're naming some top dogs. Like right now, I mean,
yeah, it's no
like
joke, man. Each one
I
of them
mean,
has a
Charlie
Super Bowl.
Bebo, what Charlie's doing up there in Woonsocket, tough program. Mike Washington always getting a lot of praise over at Central. Even Coach Dempsey, a lot of people are starting to speak on Coach Dempsey at NK. So a lot of good coaches are getting recognized at least now. And Stanley brings some 19 of the state's best out to Vegas. They competed. They lose in the quarters by one. But I want to mention that the team that beat them lost in the championship by one, and the talent level was high up there. And we got kids stacked all the way down, like they said on Top Gun. Stack them every 10,000 feet. We got kids all the way down to 14U right now that are coming up with talent. And 14, before you know it, they're gonna be knocking on your door, wanting to join your program or this program. I almost said something stupid, but
Yeah.
but I didn't. But we got a lot of talent coming up in Rhode Island.
I got so much respect for what Coach Dunbar did, and I know other coaches do the same thing. But first year doing it, he put himself out there and went to Vegas. He set his mind to it, set a goal, and then he did it. Not too many people could pull that off. I was happy to hear that he was having some success there. So, good job, Coach, man. Much respect.
So now this is what I wanted to mention earlier, and I know Coach Cook's in the comment section. I mean, he must have really, really, like you said, he was aggressive, and yes, definitely, Michael Cook said there's a lot of talent coming. Oh, definitely, from the youth level all the way up. You see what a lot of these youth leagues are doing. We got these travel teams that are popping up left and right, and they all have talent. So we have kids coming up every year, but you was such a hot commodity. You brought somebody with you.
Yeah, so I got my assistant coach, Hayden Pomerantz. I hope
My
I
man
said that
brings an
last name
assistant
right.
with him. He comes with an assistant.
Come with an
What's up with
assistant.
that? He comes
Um,
with an assistant.
Hayden's been with me for a few years,
Ride or
and
die.
yeah, something loyal, very loyal. I like how he's grown as a coach. He's only been coaching for 3 years, and a lot of people's like, oh, is that enough time? You want him to go with you. If you look at what my offensive line has done, when we had Zachary Bowe 1,400 yards last year with Hunter Mumford 1,100 yards, so yeah, he knows what he's doing with the defense, with the offensive line. If you look at our defensive line, for 3 years in a row, we led the league in sacks. So he's really coming to his own, and that was a must. I needed to have him with me. Cook agreed to it, and he's on board as well.
If you think about it, Zachary Bowe, you mentioned Hunter Mumford, and who is Malachi? Malachi,
Malachi's my
bro, that
dude,
dude
man.
was like lightning, man. That dude is, I mean, he's doing good for UMass Dartmouth right now, but that dude was smoking fast.
He was there my first when I was an assistant my first year as a head coach. Blake, some speed. He has such vision. Coming back from special teams, kick return. I don't know how he sees these holes, but he led the league in yards. He led the league in touchdowns from kick returns. Ran a wildcat for me. Was split end, and yeah, Coach. Ryan McCormick saw something. Him and I spoke a few times, and he went after Malachi aggressively, and he's doing good things in UMass Dartmouth. He's gonna have his breakout year this year.
Coach Cook, one thing that I demand is like you gotta let this dude at least handle your max prep stats, man. Like
I already took
you
care of that,
want people,
Mikey. I
hey,
looked
hey,
at them
you want
stats. I'm
people to
like,
talk about your kids, like you got to put them max prep stats up there. Like, all right, the ranking system, whatever. Like, but you got to put them stats up there. Like, um, and I read a few articles like that's how we get New England's top 25 or top 50 kids, and like a lot, and that's a CBS run program. So a lot of people can say what they want about max preps, but it's a good way to go and talk about kids where I don't have to call Coach Dunbar, pick someone who don't do it. I don't have to call this coach and say, oh, dude, like, what's up with this guy or this guy? It's just it's an easy guide. And if you're lying or people say, oh, yeah, but what about if this dude lies? Then you can call him out on it. Or I'll call him out on it, but put your
okay,
stats up on Max Preps.
yeah, that's one of the things that I'm gonna do besides running the defense. I'm gonna do the stats because I think it's important to have them up there. And yeah, he said if you want to do it, do it. So I guess I'll be doing that.
Nah, yeah, but it's just so much beneficial for the kids. Hunter Mumford gets 1,100 yards. It's documented all year, so it's no surprise when you say this kid has 1,100 yards
Well, he's the
or this
third. I
kid
think
has.
he's top three running back in Division Four. I mean, you look at Pontiac. I mean, we all know Carpenter and Bacala, and then it's Hunter Mumford. There was nobody else, and the stats show that. And again, what he didn't do with the offensive line to make that possible. But yeah, you're right. And everybody wants to see the stats, and it helps the kid with recruiting.
Oh, it really does. Coach Goodhart said that recruiter reached out to 4 people because they happened to see some stat. They seen something on Max Preps, and I know recruiters have a lot more tools than Max Preps, but
Oh yeah.
I like Max Preps. And someone says, "Oh, as much as you criticize the league, why you ride with Max Preps?" Because I was like, because it has nothing to do with the league, but that's a whole nother story again. Yeah, just put your stacks up on Max Preps. There's people that are actually charging now, like I think $700 for the season to handle all that. So if you don't want to do it or you don't get the time, pay someone, but at least do it. But I ain't saying who to pay. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? But if you want to pay someone, sponsor this podcast. You know what I mean? Help me continue because streaming prices are gonna go up this year. But definitely a lot of talent this year. I can't wait to see how D3 straightens out. I'm curious to see how the alignment's gonna go. Are we just gonna have 4 teams in D1? How's D2 gonna be? But I think with the short season, and then we had football again. I think this is a very long, long off season. It feels.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. And again, probably the true alignment won't come out for about another month or two. We'll be in our off-season workout program routine, and then getting ready for summer conditioning, getting ready for passing league. That's one of the things that I definitely wanted to bring over to Pontiac is have the passing league I normally do with
That
that
5 foot
5 foot.
trophy. That
Yeah,
your boy
absolutely.
from Narragansett, what did he say? He said, "I'm sick of carrying this thing. It's tough to carry it around. Look how
Right.
big it
Yes.
is."
I'm coming for that trophy this year. That's it. It's coming upon against it now.
There we go. There we go. Well, Coach Fulton, man, thank you. Congratulations. I'm sure a lot of coaches reached out. You had a lot of support. The parents really, really fought for you over there at EWG.
I'm again. I said this before. I'm humble of the amount of parents and the amount of players that reached out, and especially the coaches. Some coaches I didn't know really knew me. They might have known of me, but to come out and to show their support was great to great to go through. It's an unfortunate thing of what happened, but you know things happen. Karma, comes back in funny ways. So I'll let that, deal with that. Um, but the parents, the players, I feel bad for them. I spoke to a couple more today, and my heart goes out to them. They will, especially the incoming seniors, looking forward to for that championship run. So whoever comes in, there's a championship team there, and I mean, there's no way that they're not there. So, I'll be rooting for them, keeping an eye out on them, and wishing them the best of luck. And I know the players that have to pull the other players together. Like I said before, I'm looking at Jonathan Plowman, Jared Zuckerberg, Christian Dimery. I forgot to mention him before. These are the guys that are going to have to get this team going, and I believe they will because their character is solid. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they're doing, and some of these young kids. That started as a freshman like Sparrow and Green. I'm looking forward to seeing their progression, and some of the JV players who now have to be varsity players. Yeah, it's interesting. I can't wait to see how they do. One thing about this team, and I said it all last year, when they're faced with adversity, they're at their best. So there's no bigger adversity than excuse me, than losing your head coach, losing an assistant coach, and now that it has to be rebuilt, and counting on them players to really take this team, by the horns and be the leaders that I know they can be.
Well, we'll see with a new staff. See what happens.
That's it.
There'll be a new staff over there. I wish them the best, but it's repetitive nature at EWG, and it's a shame. But
Yeah.
a lot of Pownell parents talked highly about you. Even last season, at the end of the Super Bowl, shout out to my guy Adam. He rocks with you. A lot of parents said every time they seen you in the stands, you were nothing but respectable. Um, so
Yeah, even today when I officially announced I was going to Pontiac, a lot of the Pontiac alumni, Pontiac parents, people I didn't even know went to Pontiac. Well, I'm already welcomed with open arms, and it's a great atmosphere. It's a true Friday night atmosphere. I love Friday nights. I get to play under the lights now. That atmosphere, the fan base is just crazy. So, what they say, one door closes, another one opens. So I'm grateful that Coach Cook tied me up, put me in the basement, and made me sign the contract to join Pontiac.
oof, you overdid it that time, man. You're like,
No,
you know
man.
what? Like, dude,
You gotta have fun. Something. This has been a bad 3 weeks. Some personal stuff going on.
you tied me up. There might be an investigation.
uh, no, I'm
Um,
appreciative of Cook, and again, I'm looking forward to seeing the season. I know these kids are ready to rock and roll, and let's go. Let's play. Let's play some football.
Coach Cook definitely needs his own Facebook page, right? I mean, all respect to Mrs. Cook, but like we're looking here, and pretty soon it's gonna be like Kerry Cook top fan. You know what I mean? Like, all this week we had Wes Pennington and Walter Stanton top fans. So everybody's watching. Shout out to them guys. Wes Pennington doing a great job. over there, and I think West Warwick might be one of your, like, who knows how the schedule is going to fall.
Who knows? I'm looking forward to it because West Pennington's is one of them great coaches, and I like good competition. So there's a lot of great coaches out in D3 that's gonna we're gonna have a great time.
I said the same thing, right? You go back.
I
I said, "Where's your Pano shirt?"
No one gave me a Pano shirt.
I'm like,
Yeah,
"What's going on? Where's your?" I thought he was gonna come with the hat on, do the signing, have his friggin' washer and dryer all set up with the different hats. You know,
I guess that's in the making. So I'll let Mrs. Cook handle that
they're
because
being pressed now. You could find them at Caldor and Ziz.
yeah, there we go. Talk about old school.
Caldor and Ziz.
That's
No,
great.
I'm sure he'll have his Pano merch on pretty soon.
Yeah,
Well, we can
yeah,
get.
we will.
I know a play's got some bootleg stuff, but no, I'm just kidding. But I'm sure Coach Cook's gonna get you all decked out. Yeah, that's why I was like, all the green I see. I see Coach Cook in town sometimes. You know, when he's on it, I see this guy still in green. I said that's all he wears is green.
Yeah, no, it's listen. I got nothing green. I'm not a green. I'm gonna look like an M&M. I don't know.
Are you gonna go to the Italian feast in your all green outfit?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Italian feast. Absolutely.
Oh, you definitely are, man.
No, it's I'm excited. My wife's excited, so it's a great opportunity. Like I said, we met Mrs. Cook and Coach Cook over the past weekend. She's there's a special place in heaven for her to have to deal with Coach Cook. So, but she was great to meet and have we basically spend all day together just getting to know one another on a personal level and not just coaching level. So this I'm excited. I'm excited to start the season.
It's a tight community. Like I heard about some of their like cookouts and stuff that go on. I don't know during the game or after the game or whatever. People are like, oh, you got to get up there.
You got to come out here. I heard after the game they have a cookout for the fans, for the players, the coaches' wives. So I'm excited. When you go there to scout, it's truly a Friday Night Lights atmosphere. So to be
You
part
got
of,
film on that, right?
huh?
I'm just kidding.
You're bad. Yeah,
I just said that just a joke. He never went up there recording no games.
no, but I got his film. He knows that.
You know, it's all good. But yeah, someone said that they bleed green up there, so it's good to have a strong football community. You know, when I moved to Westerly, that's what kind of got me hooked on the Westerly stuff because of the history of the football program. Like you can't walk around Westerly without finding Bulldog paraphernalia somewhere. Everybody wears it.
That's what it's about. Building. Coaches. He put together a good program, built a good foundation. When he first got there, he didn't have a lot of kids. And 4 years later, in the Super Bowl, they're in D3. He's got more and more kids are interested in playing for Pontiac. So it's way out there. It's in the woods, but I'll tell you, you go to that school, it's an amazing place. The weight room, I just didn't expect to see that there. And it's an incredible weight room. The watching film, that film room is nothing like what I had to deal with. So when you put money into your program, it really shows. And again, I'm excited. I can't wait. My duty started today, and I'll be breaking down film, putting schemes together, watching film. So I'm gonna start doing my job, doing what I love to do.
And the his first order of business, and he learned that fast today. What is it, Coach?
What?
What was your first duty you had to learn being a Ponagansett coach? You
Oh,
got to learn how to spell Ponagansett.
it's with one T, not two. I know. I know.
Oh my god, yo! I went through the same thing. Shout out to Coach. she, your wife said, "Back to being a football widow." Coach Blake said it as well about he said he started out in Ponagansett and he said a lot of people joked about him how to learn how to spell, and I said it to you this morning, and then I seen Coach Blake said
Yeah.
it to you on your Facebook post today.
Yeah, no, he let me know. So it's one T, not two. I'm gonna mess that up a couple times. It's just what I do. So especially if you do that talk to text, it comes out with two T's.
He said, "Hey, Panaganse."
Tommy Ganson. That's it.
Might have a few more G's in it too. But Coach Fulton, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it, and I guess we'll talk to you now throughout the season, like we always do. But congratulations, Panaganse. We'll have to wait to see what EWG does. We're waiting to see what Tiverton does. They already closed their application a couple weeks ago. But EW, we'll just have to see. I think Division 4 right now. I kind of like. You have to like Davies.
Davies is strong. I like what Coach Cabral's done over there. Again, they've only been in existence for a few years,
This will be their 4th season
and he's been in the playoffs twice. So,
because you and him came in the same year.
yeah, my first year as the head coach, and he brought in the team together. I'll tell you, I just got so much respect for him and what he's done, and I'll be rooting for him too. I think they're gonna be tops in D4. I don't know who's gonna beat them, but he's gonna do good.
They are the team to beat. Situate, from what I hear right now, got 36 kids in the gym and 21 incoming freshmen coming. So, I mean,
Wait, what?
I guess 30 something kids, that's showing up in the gym, and 21 incoming freshmen over there up in Situate. So with a team like that, with a quarterback that's up and coming, Situate could
50
be on the
players.
rise.
50. I'll tell you, I do like the quarterback at Situate. He impressed me when we played him in week 1 last year. So that's a good thing to build on for them. I really, really like that quarterback. I don't know if he's got 50 something players, but what do I know? We'll find out week 1.
He looked good in camp too. What's his name? Wolf.
I don't know his name. I do apologize, but I just know he was a good quarterback. I like how he threw the ball. I like how he managed, what was going on.
We'll have to see how Hope forms out. What's going to go on at who knows? Maybe they could add a couple teams in Division 4, but we know.
I think they're going to have 9. I think they're going to have 9 teams. So I think PCD and North Providence probably joins D4. There's going to be an 8-week season, so why shorten D4? So I believe they come back with 9.
Wolf, that's his name. Wolf is the man. Yes, he is very, very good football player. I actually heard a lot of good things coming out of some camps that he was a part of, and to be that good as a freshman, he's definitely going to develop into a decent quarterback. So, but we will see. All right, Coach Fulton. Thank you. Appreciate the time. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Coach Hayden. And don't forget tomorrow, man, who are the top 11 coaches based on what the football people I asked in the football community told me. Some gave me top 3. Some gave me, one guy gave me a list. He spelled the head coach all the way down 1 through 10. So I was like, that's only one vote. You can't get 10. But it's gonna be pretty good. What I did is I counted all the votes. I think some coaches are gonna be all right, and some coaches are gonna be like, hell no. But this is what we do.
That's it. Keep it real.
Yes, definitely, Coach. Let me get back out of this screen. Before I let you go, I just wanted to play this one video. It's not the one that you thought it was. I should have. There we go. Here we go.
Get ready, it's coming. You hunting or you running? Get ready, get ready, get ready, ready. It's coming. It's coming.
You know what? I think I'm gonna use that for the rest of the year. Damn,
I love that beat, man. That beat got me. That's the second video I did. I'll be doing a lot of videos this year. That's what I like to do. It's like a little hobby of mine. So expect a lot of highlights from Pontiganson.
Yeah, and you already watching film?
Yeah, I'm already watching film. I'm breaking down film. I'm looking at some of our plays. Just acclimating myself to. I'm putting myself like I always do. I'm just diving in and giving it 100%.
All right, Coach, man. I'm sure you're gonna tune in tomorrow. One second. There we go. I'm sure you're gonna tune in tomorrow, Coach Fortin. We'll see who's on that list. It's a pretty decent top 11 list. I basically got all the lists done, but thank you, Coach Fortin. Appreciate you coming on, and we'll talk to you all later.
All right, thanks, Mike. Talk to you soon, buddy.
Can We Keep It Real Podcast Network. Shout out to Can We Keep It Real.
You nervous with butterflies in your stomach? Don't try to intimidate me. You couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, small, dangerous, fancy.